The definition of our stability is very different than most families.
Yes.
So when I say stable, I mean maybe not in an ambulance on the way to the hospital. How you doing, kiddo? Hi, did you have a good day today?
Well, it's really good to see you.
You too, Maggie. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You can come on in and
sure.
we can head into the backyard.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So, talk a little bit about Lexi and how that has impacted your work life and your family's rhythms and decisions.
As she's gotten older,
Yeah.
she has needed more and more nursing over the years, especially after so many hospitalizations in 2019. And she's not sleeping anymore. It is pretty much 24/7. During COVID, we had no nursing, 7 days a week. I was doing all the overnight shifts. I literally could not go to bed soon enough before Lexi woke up and needed her care. And then my husband stayed up really late to manage the medications and get her settled. And then we had a brief period before she needed tending to again.
I would suspect what some people might consider major medical emergencies that you don't even call the doctor about.
The definition of our stability is very different than most families.
Yes.
We set our expectations like this low for how things are going. So when I say stable, but yet I'm up all night,
Right.
I mean maybe not in an ambulance on the way to the hospital too.
Right.
How is your life so similar to ours? And how has the system of in-home care been affecting your family, even as a senator?
Well, just so much of what you say resonates with me. If you come to our house, it might shock people to see, kind of how much equipment and how complicated it gets. Ben has very severe cerebral palsy. He also has seizures, although they're relatively well controlled. And he too can turn on a dime. Ben understands everything. He's very funny. He's very smart. He's been laughing at the mistakes of the able-bodied world for his entire life. But he raises a hand or a finger to say yes. He uses eye movements.
Lexi's nonverbal as well. And that's hard for the layperson to pick up on saying when she's in pain.
Or what to do about it. When he is hospitalized, one of us is there.
It more frequently falls on the mom's role and the female role. I went to school for special education. I have master's degrees. And it's so frustrating to know that I'm not able to contribute to the workforce.
Right. And look, this is one of the reasons we're pushing so hard and we're trying to bring focus to this issue. For generations, women have been the major caregivers, often in unpaid roles in families. So you have 2 other children?
I have 2 other kids.
So
3 teenagers, all girls.
3 teenagers, all girls. How has Lexi's care needs impacted your other 2?
My time is obviously more taken up with Lexi. I am so proud of them for how resilient they are.
Yeah.
Well, you guys never even had practice or anything.
Yeah, we had like 1 practice a week.
My daughter Bella, she's 17. She's on a swim team, and I think that that really helps to manage her stress.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was 2018 or maybe it was 2019 when we were in the hospital so much. They won first place state championships for their swim team, and I was unable to be there to see her swim, and that was really difficult. It's a sacrifice we made so that Lexi was safe in the hospital.
It would be easier if Medicaid could reimburse the home nurse to come to the hospital with him, because hospitals are not equipped. Parents become the hospital caregivers with a little bit of help from nursing staff on the highly complex medical stuff. So you get a certain amount of nursing services covered through either insurance or state Medicaid?
We have health insurance, but the Medicaid piece, the secondary insurance for Lexi, pays for her copays because there's so many. We literally would go bankrupt if we had to pay the copays. And it also covers for her in-home nursing care. Unfortunately, though, it's really difficult to find nurses. even with the reimbursement rate increase.
Yeah. So one of the things we're really trying to focus on in Congress as we look to this budget bill and how we encourage a workforce into this line of work, because reimbursement rates for home care are often significantly lower than other kinds of care. It's hard for people who want to do the work, who want to be taking care of Lexi and Ben in our homes, to actually earn enough money to raise their own families and build the kind of future they want.
I have very close friends that I know right now that have children at home without any nursing, zero nursing.
I've seen the value of creative and talented caregivers in a home setting, and it's a career people should be able to build. So one of the reasons we're pushing for this home and community-based services bill in Congress right now as part of this overall budget bill is to say, think about the ripple effect of fully funding a home and community-based care system so that our children who are complex, need very intense care and monitoring and medical devices and equipment, can stay at home with the quality of care that they deserve. But also the ripple effect is that if you knew Lexi had good, strong 24/7 care at home, that would free you up. That helps you build a financial future for yourself and your family too.
Right.
It gives your other two daughters the full attention of their mom from time to time, which, is something that our daughter has had to experience too. Recently, one of my colleagues said to me her mother is aging and having increased physical problems and increased dementia. And she said, I had no idea how difficult this was.
Always a surprise,
And it's always a surprise. And she said, and there really aren't a lot of resources to help families get through it in their homes. And so we just got to keep at it, tell our stories, keep pushing, because we have this opportunity right now to make this pivot in the national conversation.
Thank you, Maggie.
I really appreciated today's conversation.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.